Welcome everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to continue our series here, the NBA 2K19 MyGm. We got the expansion Pittsburgh Hammers. If you didn't check out the last video, we ended up picking up a win against Cleveland. Did a good things, made things tough for Kevin Love. If you haven't seen the setup video, as you know, some of the settings we do here, we're going to be playing every 5 games. So on our 6th game, we're going to be jumping into a competition depending on no matter who it is. We're not avoiding anybody. So we're going to check out what the stats were from our last 5 games. First game up, we had simulated going up against the Pistons. We ended up losing by 2, 104-106. The Pistons got a couple of all-stars on the team, so the fact that we were able to hang with them is pretty good. Dion Waiters, another 20-plus performance, 24 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Reggie Jackson, 20 points, 6 assists, 2 steals, only 1 turnover. Did pretty good, but just not enough to get over the hump. Good production from the bench from Allen Crabbe. James Ennis put up 15. In our next game, another 2-point loss to the Dallas Mavericks, 198. 21 points from Reggie Jackson, 20 points from James Ennis, 18 from Dion Waiters, 13 from Trey Burke off the bench. Pretty much what I'm seeing here is we're going to have a guy that can get us about 25, somewhere close to 30. But as of right now, I don't think we have that guy on the roster, not consistently. But to be fair, there's about maybe 6 of those guys in total that can get you 30 and 9 in the NBA. They don't just fall off of trees. But we may have to adjust the sliders and the coaching settings. So in the next game, we went up against the Indiana Pacers, another team in the Eastern Conference. We want to try and beat as many Eastern Conference teams as we can. Lost by 10. Took an L to the Pacers. Trey Burke, 22 points off the bench. Reggie Jackson, 17 and 7 assists, only 2 turnovers. Shot 2 from 9 from the three-point line. It's not great. Dion Waiters, 16. Allen Crabbe, 14. So pretty good production across the board. We're not really getting any production inside, but I knew that when I drafted a team the way I did. So coming up in our next game, we got one of the best teams in the NBA, the Houston Rockets. 20 points from Reggie Jackson, 22 points from James Ennis, 16 from Allen Crabbe, 15 from Dion Waiters, 13 from Trey Burke. Usual suspects in the scoring box. But I'm pretty sure going up against the Rockets, we didn't really have a lot of high expectations in that game. These guys are going to be competing for championships this year, and we're so far off from that. So it was a good measuring stick. We got to get the defense together. Got our first press conference here. Pretty sure it's going to have something to do with those 5 straight losses. Reporters giving it to us on the podium there for our first press conference as a GM. I'm going to go ahead and take this one on the chin. I'm going to go ahead and put it on me. I drafted these guys. I set up all the settings in the beginning, so what they doing on the court right now is a direct reflection of my settings. Plus, you want to protect the fan or protect the players. You want to protect your staff. The fans will turn on you in a heartbeat, and we got plenty of ways to make the owner happy. So anyway, with that being said, concluding our first press conference. They on us about those 5 losses, but right now we're about to jump into one of the best teams in the East. Let's see how it goes.
We're wearing our costumes. We hope you are too. Happy Halloween as 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. And this game marks the start of a road trip here for the Raptors. Any team that faces these guys know they're going up against a major challenge. They are undefeated with a sterling record of 9-0.
Kevin, the start of a long road trip, my friend, and they'd love to set the tone here early with a win.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Over Lowry, Jackson did. Monroe outside. Screened by Valanciunas. Chandler with the steal. Here's Jackson. Rebounded by Valanciunas. And the Raptors with possession. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
I think, Greg, you can't expect to win with that kind of effort. The defense was no...
And the first one at the line.
The all-time greats on it.
All free throws good from Kawhi. Outside Jackson. That's good on the jump shot. Monroe outside. Floats it up for Monroe and ends it through. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Jackson. 6 to shoot. Chandler a screen. Jackson passes to Mbamute. Poked away. Stolen by Monroe. Green against Waiters. Green kicks to Lowry. Inside. And Chandler sends it back.
Yeah, this is a guy who's always been able to get off the floor quickly, and Chandler gets all of that shot attempt right there.
Clock at 4, and the shot is good. And that's now.
Except drain the shot.
Here's Leonard. Lays it up off the glass. Leonard. Jackson kicks to Ennis. Screen by Mbamute. Knocked away. It's stolen by Green. Outside Leonard, a 3-ball, and Green with the basket on the assist from Leonard.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
It just opens the court up.
4-on. From deep, Miles. The offensive rebound. Monroe. Second shot opportunity. Miles controls the rebound and puts it back up.
Continue to score consistently.
And 1:01 left in the first quarter. Baines passes to Burke. Kicks it to Waiters. And again. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Burke. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
I mean, even from over.
Taking 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. From deep. Sinks the three-pointer.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display. Pittsburgh trails by 13. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Toronto right now, Monroe is out there with C.J. Miles. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position. Down for Miles. They get the rebound. Anunoby, good.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
Now a timeout called by Pittsburgh.
And
They're missing from long range. Ennis dishes to Chandler. There's a good screen. There's Crabbe with the 3. Trains the three-pointer.
it's allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Here's the screen. Jackson, that's a two-pointer, and the lead is down inside, single digit.
That was the key to the play.
Lowry kicks to Van Vliet. Pass to Leonard. An easy layup after coming off the pick. He's got 10.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now a timeout called by Pittsburgh. Here's Anunoby. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Anunoby's got 4 this quarter.
How good is that pass? Certainly makes the offensive opportunity easy.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Right back after this break.
All right, y'all. As you can see, this is a rough one. This Raptors defense is really, really crazy. Not just Kawhi, but Fran Van Vliet. He's absolutely all up in Trey Burke. Came down at the end of the first and knocked down the end of the quarter right up in Trey Burke's face. I mean, they got a lot of swagger. They are undefeated. We're having a lot of trouble getting into a set, trying to find a way to run the offense. You may have to go away from trying to run it on the perimeter and run it in the paint because they got a lot of really good perimeter defenders. And we just got to try to force some turnovers, force some 50-50 balls, and get out and run. That's how we won our last game against Cleveland. But these guys they're hardly ever turning the ball over, and they are getting in us defensively. So we're gonna change a couple things up in the settings. Try to get to our normal suspects, the guys that like to put the ball in the hole, the guys that like to score. We got to get our scores going. Waiters has been MIA, so we got to get him going in the second half. So let's make these changes. We'll see at the end of the game, see if we can't make a big comeback.
For the Raptors, Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Greg Monroe. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Chandler with the screen on Lowry. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Leonard with no one around.
And now, Kevin, that's been the key.
Chandler is screen. Lowry against Jackson. Waiters inside the 3-point line. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Lowry. Kicks to Valanciunas. And again, it's Toronto converting.
They want
team. Leonard attacking. Count the basket. He's got 17.
I think they'll keep going to him more and more as they look to hang on to their lead. Why not with the way this guy is shooting it?
Now it's
another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Now here's Crabb. Now recovering. And Waiters has it in the corner. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that.
But I necessarily think there need to be fewer trips to the charity stripe. I don't like the hack-up player strategy, and I think what we've taken a good first step toward in terms of officiating. My only objection to the way the game is officiated is
right outside, and Miles kicks to Leonard. And good that time. Leonard's Burke. No good, unable to end this run.
Well, I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
And when you're on the road, this is how.
Back to Leonard from downtown. Doesn't go that time. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been dishes to Crabb. Screen by Baamute. And he jams it with authority.
Well, you've got to be able to play in pick and roll, and Allen Crabb showing he's got the ability.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Crabb from long range. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, Allen Crabb, a little 3-point specialty. What confidence right there.
Trying to get open is Monroe. And that one is good. Back to Jackson. Ennis passes to Mbamute. Out to the wing. Crabb from long range. Drops in the tray. Crabb's got 8 here in the quarter.
Boy, if Allen Crabb is going to make contested shots like this, give him just a tip of the cap.
Player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And when a player scores over half his team's points, you know he's going to be our pick. Even when he's been the exclusive focus of the defense, they just haven't been able to keep him in check. A tremendous individual effort.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Kicks it to Monroe. 5 on the clock. Over Ennis, and it's good off the.
They wanted, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Toronto.
Not only did they shoot the ball.
Nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And looking back in all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, what a determined offensive presence he has been for them tonight. He carried the scoring load, and as hot as he was, it took a ton of pressure off his teammates all night.
Back to Powell. Pass to Lowry. Puts up a 3. Connects from 3-point range.
Using his size to crowd the shooter.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge. This.
Whoo! All right, y'all.
Run that back, Turbo.
What a beatdown for us. Toronto really came out and put the screws to us defensively. Allen Crabbe was the only guy that was able to get out of the box and get some points up on the board. As you know, we played with the simulated minutes, simulated stats on. So at the end of it, Allen Crabbe ended up with 25 and 7, a 9 from 12 from the floor, 7 for 10 from 3. Reggie Jackson, 20 points, 5 turnovers. Dion Waiters missing in action, 2 for 17. Nobody else really did anything, but, you know, for the hell of it, let's see what Kawhi did to us on the other side of the bracket. Kawhi Leonard put up a 50-piece on us, 57 and 10 with 5 assists. He did have 7 turnovers, but anytime somebody handles the ball that much, they're going to have a good amount of turnovers. But like I said, this is going to be a test for us because of how good the Toronto Raptors are. As of right now, I believe that they are the #1 team in the East. They are still undefeated. So we got a long way to go, but we knew that before we even went into this game. We dropped our last 6 games now. So definitely going to have to make some adjustments to the coaching. As far as the rotation, may have to get away from leaning on Dion so much and go with a more balanced attack. We definitely need somebody who can score inside, back to the basket, maybe a face-up 4. Ba Mute's good at that position, but he's strictly out there just for defense. And Trey Burke was MIA. Van Vliet really got in him. He couldn't even put the ball on the floor at one point. He just kept smacking the ball out of bounds. So defensively, their guards their best defenders are on the perimeter, and those are where our best scorers are at. So we pretty much didn't match up with them very well, and plus they got one of the top players in the league in Kawhi Leonard. So we really had no answer for him. But yeah, it's gonna do it for this episode, man. Big loss, but definitely something we're gonna have to come back from. Maybe in the next episode we start looking at making some trades. I mean, by that end we'll be close to about 16 or 17 games in with us simulating every 5 games. So might need to look at upgrading some positions, maybe making some signings from the free agent pool. You never know. But once again, thanks for clicking on the video. Any comments you guys want to see for anything you want to see in the series, leave it in the comments section. Thanks for watching. Peace.